Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to be sharing with you my tips and tricks for making cleansing products. So cleansing products like your face, body washes, shampoos. I'm going to share some tips with you so that way if you want to formulate these products, these tips will help, because I get lots of questions about how much of an ingredient to add, what type of ingredients to use. So this will be very helpful because this provides a very good guideline when you want to formulate this product. So I'm going to jump right in. The video is pretty long, but if this is your first time stopping by, my name is Esther and I make DIY hair and skincare videos, and I also sell my handmade products on my website, and I have online formulating classes. I will leave everything linked in the description box, so let's jump right in. So to make any type of cleansing product, like a face, body wash, shampoo, anything that's going to cleanse your skin, remove oil, dirt from your skin, your hair, that's what I'm referring to in this video, cleansing products. So some things you want to consider is the skin type you are formulating for, surfactants, natural or synthetic, humectants, emollients, active ingredients, preservatives, ASM, fragrances, essential oils, extracts, and pH. Don't worry, I'm going to go into more detail as the video goes on, but these are just some basic things you need to consider, you need to understand before you can formulate any type of cleansing product. So what skin type do you formulate for? So you want to understand the different skin types because that will affect the type of ingredients you choose. This is very important. So know the skin type you are planning to formulate for. Why is this even important? This is going to affect the ingredients you choose. Some specific active ingredients, let's say salicylic acid is great for oily acne skin types. So you want to know what skin concern you are addressing so you can choose the right ingredient combination, surfactant combination. For someone with sensitive skin, you might want to avoid using fragrance, essential oils for facial products, even body care products. Do you make oil-free products for acne-prone skin types? So these are just some questions to ask yourself when you plan on making cleansing products. So this will be a guide for you. To make any type of cleansing product, you need a surfactant. I'm just going to give the basic meaning. It is a cleansing ingredient that's going to help remove oil and dirt from your skin, from your hair. That's what gives the lather in your product. It is a very in-depth topic. I can't go over everything, but I'll cover as much as I can. You have the option of choosing natural or synthetic surfactants, or you can use a combination of both. I use a combination of natural and synthetic, but it is up to you and it is your preference. Here are the types of surfactants. You have anionic, which is negative, non-ionic, neutral, cationic is positive, amphoteric is a combination of both positive and neutral. So because surfactants is such an in-depth topic, I will leave references in the description box if you want to check and read up on those. But the reason why you want to know this is combining surfactants provides a better finished product. It can help improve the mildness and lather of your product. Some surfactants help to boost the foam, thicken up your product like SCI. So using a combination of surfactants is key to a really good product. So it is helpful to understand the surfactant types. So an example of combining surfactants is using cocamidol propyl betaine and foaming apple. So cocamidol propyl betaine is amphoteric and foaming apple is anionic. So when you combine both, because cocamidol propyl betaine it helps to improve the mildness. It doesn't foam as much as foaming apple, so combining both helps give you a well-rounded product. So you have good lather, and then you have a mild product that is not too harsh for your skin. These are some examples of surfactants. You can do your research on these surfactants. For the most part, I like all these surfactants listed here. They all have their own different benefits, pros and cons. So do your research and see if you would like to use any of these surfactants. Many of the videos I have done, I've used a lot of these surfactants. Because surfactants are cleansing ingredients, they can be drying on your skin, or they can make your skin feel stripped of moisture. So you do have to make modifications and adjustments to your formula when you're using surfactants. So that's where this next set of ingredients or items come into play. You are looking to use things like humectants, emollients that will attract moisture to your skin, help to lock in moisture on your skin. So with humectants, emollients, you don't want to skip either of them in your finished product because they really make a huge difference. A lot of the formulas I do here on YouTube, even my face washes, body washes, one of the most common humectants is vegetable glycerin, which is so inexpensive, and it makes a huge difference to your finished product when you apply it on your skin. It really leaves your skin feeling hydrated. So do not skip humectants or emollients, or you can use a combination of the two in your finished product, your cleansing products. So definitely keep that in mind when you are formulating. It is a must have when you are making or creating your formula. I'm going to talk briefly about actives. So active ingredients target a specific skin hair concern. There are so many different actives. Some popular ones are hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, ceramides, retinol. The list goes on and on. So it's okay to include these active ingredients in your face body wash, but the key is you need to understand what that active ingredient does. I get so many questions about actives. Should I add this? How much to add? Before you use actives, make sure you understand how to formulate with them correctly, the usage rate, the pH levels they should be used at. You want to understand what skin type you're formulating for. If I'm formulating for someone with oily, acne prone skin, then I'm more likely to use something like salicylic acid, willowback extract, things like that. So don't just throw in actives just to throw in actives. You still want to address the skin condition or skin type you want to formulate for, and make sure you're purchasing from good suppliers that have all these details, information about usage rate, what the finished pH should be. It's just like formulating with any other ingredient, right? But you just want to use it correctly. Next on the list is preservatives. If you've watched any of my videos or you've watched my joined my YouTube live chats, you know I am super passionate about preservatives. You need one if you're making any water-based products: face wash, body wash, shampoo, lotions, creams. Anything that contains water, you need a preservative to stop the growth of bacteria, yeast, and mold. You need a broad spectrum one that is effective against all three. So you just want to choose the right one for your formula. If you're making a water-based formula, oil-based formula, I have 3 other preservative videos. I will leave them linked in the description box if you want to check them out. And these are just some examples of preservatives I like that I've used. So you can do your research on those preservatives, see if you would like to use any of those listed in your formula. But you are going to need one. This is one of the most common questions I get asked, which preservative to use. But you have to have a clear understanding of preservatives, when to use one, how to choose one, Is it going to be effective in your formula? So definitely check out the resources listed in the description box about preservatives. Moving on to active surfactant matter, ASM. Just in case you've never heard of this, this is very important when you're formulating your cleansing products. So it's just the concentration of the active surfactant, the percentage of surfactant that's present in your product, your cleansing products. So why does this even matter? Because when you are creating your formula, this number helps you decide how much of the surfactant you should use in your formula. Some formulas you need to use less of a surfactant, and some other formulas you have to use much more of a surfactant. So these are just examples. I will leave the blog linked in the description box. It is a very, very helpful skin foodie blog. It's very, very detailed about active surfactant matter. If you're on my Patreon, I have a video dedicated to active surfactant matter, but this is something that is very helpful. It can be a little bit tricky, especially if you don't like math, but definitely something to keep in mind if you plan on formulating cleansing products like your face, body washes, shampoos. So be sure to check out the blog in the description box, but I am going to show you an example of how you can calculate this, so that way if you plan on making your cleansing products, this will be very helpful. In ingredients to die for, this is an online supplier. They had very detailed information about their surfactants. So for my example, cocamidopropyl betaine, it says it's 30% active aqueous surfactant solution. So this is just telling you that it has 30% active surfactant matter. So it's basically made up of 30% active surfactant and 70% water. So these are their guidelines. 5 to 40% just means the usage rate, how much you should use in your formula. This is a guideline. It doesn't mean you should use 40% in your face wash. Then 30% is the active. So for this surfactant, cocamidopropyl betaine, it's 30% active. So take note of this number because I'm going to use this in the example I'm going to show you how to calculate the ASM. So in my example, remember cocamidopropyl betaine is 30% active. So in my face wash, I decided to use 15% as my usage rate. For cocamidopropyl betaine, the usage rate range is between 5 to 40%. So in this formula, I'm using 15%. So what is the active surfactant matter, ASM, for this face wash? So to calculate this, I'm going to multiply 15%, which is the usage rate that I'm using in this formula, multiplied by 30%, which is the active surfactant for cocamidopropyl betaine. I hope I don't confuse you guys. So we're going to use 15%. That is the usage rate for just this example for the face wash. So once you multiply both 15% by 30%, it's going to equal out to 4.5 ASM. So for this face wash, that is what the ASM number is. If I'm referencing Skin Foodie blogs posts, their guideline for face washes is anywhere between 3 to 10%. So that is just a helpful guideline when you are formulating your cleansing products, so that way you don't use too much of a surfactant that really strips your skin of moisture, that's not too harsh on your skin. So these are just guidelines. You have to do your own batch testing. You might use 15%, you may not like the feel of it on your skin, and then you just drop the surfactant usage rate percentage. You can go down to 10% and play around with it and see how it feels on the skin or your body until you get a number that you like. Moving on to the pH. So when you are formulating your cleansing products, you want to stick to the pH range of 4.5 to 5.5. Once again, this is a guideline. This is what skin and hair's pH is. You are going to have exceptions, like when you're formulating with active ingredients. Something like vitamin C works in a very acidic range of around 3 to 4. If you're using something like niacinamide, that the finished product, finished pH is going to be around 6. So you want to be aware of what the pH of your finished product needs to be. Whenever you're using ingredients, pay attention, especially active ingredients, what the finished pH of your product needs to be. Why does it even matter? If the pH of our skin gets really high, much higher than normal, it can affect the your skin's barrier, so it makes it more sensitive and prone to breakouts, infections. So you want to stick to a pH range that won't disrupt your skin's pH. So you don't want to use face washes, cleansers, even shampoos that are very high in pH, because it will affect your skin, it will affect your hair. The best way to do your pH check is to use a digital pH meter. There are different options online. pH strips are not as accurate and precise. They give you a general idea of the pH, but if you're looking for a specific number for your pH, you need to use a digital pH meter. I have a few linked in the description box, but use one so that way you can formulate precise, accurate, pH balanced face washes, body washes, and shampoos. Additional optional things to consider are your fragrances, essential oils, plant extracts, thickeners. These are good to include in your formulas or your finished products, but it is a matter of preference. So for fragrances, essential oils, if you're someone that has sensitive skin or you are formulating for someone with sensitive skin, you can skip the fragrances, essential oils. They are not a must. And if you want to also use plant extracts, these are bonus ingredients. They have amazing skin, hair, nourishing benefits. But if you don't have access to extracts, then of course you can also leave it out of your formula, out of the face wash, body wash, shampoo. They are not a must, but they have great benefits. And then thickeners, these help to improve the viscosity of your finished product. They add thickness, but you can also leave that out because some surfactants do thicken up. But it is a matter of preference. Some people like really thick washes and some people don't really like thick washes. So you can do what works best for you when you are formulating your cleansing products, your body washes, face washes, and your shampoos. You just do what works best for your own formula. I'm going to conclude by saying, if you are going to formulate any cleansing product, these are some of the items that you should consider using in your formula: your distilled water, surfactant, humectant, emollients, preservative, fragrances, essential oils, thickeners. At the very minimum, look into using these items and ingredients. And I hope you found this video helpful. I know it was a long one, but I hope I was able to answer maybe possible questions that you had previously. But please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Turn on your notifications. Please don't forget to like, share, comment down below. If you have questions, leave them for me in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks so much for your amazing support. I am so grateful. If you want to check out my Patreon, it is linked in the description box. I appreciate all the support you've shown me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.